Since the appointment of Richard Brasher as chief executive in 2013, Pick n Pay stores has started turning around years of underperformance. Now, in the past 12 months, the group's share price has substantially outperformed its peers. The Pick n Pay stores share price is up more than 40% over the period. Now, this is compared with 9.9% gain for Spar, 0.1% for ShopRite, and minus 3.2% for Woolworths. Joining us in our Cape Town studio, though, to take a look at the outlook for Pick n Pay stores is Finweek contributor Moxima Gama. Moxima, thanks for your time this afternoon. Before we get started on these movements, maybe let's differentiate between Pick n Pay stores and Pick n Pay holdings.
Okay, to me, hi. So Pick n Pay, firstly, is it's a supermarket. It's actually one of the second biggest supermarkets in South Africa. So the Pick n Pay store side is is a holding company for Pick n Pay and the Boxer retail stores. And then the holding side is then controlled by the Ackerman family. And they only manage the controlling shareholding of Pick n Pay Holdings. I'm not sure if I'm making any sense with that.
I think we've pretty much got that. Moxima, let's talk about what what Brasher has done since he's come in 2013. What exactly, or what type of measures has he put in place that we've been able to see this outperformance in the market?
Sure, it was almost an overhaul. So what he's done importantly is regain that market share that Pick n Pay had lost. I mean, there's a point where Pick n Pay was seriously underperforming or falling behind, or rather lagging its peers. And it became a bit of a sore point for the shareholders. So amongst that, he's also kind of opened up 83 stores, and he's improved or increased, and also increased rather, product availability and also the supply chain. So he's done quite a lot in a short space of time, which has become quite evident with their financials.
Do you think this is sustainable, the performance?
I really think so, to me. It's because Brasher, remember, he's from Tesco rather, ex-Tesco, which is a retailer in the UK, and when he was there, he completely transformed it, and it's now one of the best retailers in the world, or successful ones. When he left around 2012, the turnover was around 47 billion pounds. So I mean, he really did a good job there, and I think with his expertise, which he started off in commercial director, then became the CEOs, I think he can implement that into Pick n Pay. I really do believe there is a bit of magic or good tricks he can pull out of his hat, which will then sustain or at least keep this upward momentum with Pick n Pay.
So how should investors trade this share?
Okay, so what was very evident at this point is it broke out of a long-term downward broadening pattern, and that's a very good point, because it then a rather bullish signal, because above 66 it then confirmed that. So it looks like levels now are good levels to get in, with first target being at 90, and I think from there onwards we could then see go to about 120. So this is a good time to get in, because it's now at least escaped that confinement it was in, and is now embarking on a new bull trend that could really see it go up in the next medium to long term.
Moxima, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon and telling us the difference between Pick n Pay Holdings and Pick n Pay stores, and of course the outlook. Thanks to Finweek contributor Moxima Gama. Up next, let's take a look at this week's Editor's Choice.